This is Terrance Gangsta Williams, aka OG Giggity. Shout out to Real Tune TV. Thank you for having me back on the platform. Oh, and make sure y'all tune into Captain Cap Podcast. Shout out to Queen France.
Yeah.
And my non-profit organization, They Need Us. We out here.
All links will be in the description.
Thank you very much.
Hey, Real Tune, there's some real money in the room.
For the people who don't know, man, let them know who we have in front of the camera.
Terrance Gangsta Williams, aka OG Giggity.
Nah, for sure, man. OG Giggity. Giggity goo. Man, so a lot's happened, OG, since the last time me and you got together. You know what I'm saying? Real Tune that went out the roof since, you know what I'm saying? I had that gangster behind me, you know what I'm saying? It do hit different when you got gangster on your channel, you know what I'm saying?
Well, let me just say this, man, because you know your people got on me. They say I was a little rough. They say they didn't like how I was talking and handling you, so I got to be more humble and patient.
Yeah, you got to bring me some food.
Yeah, you're right.
Yeah,
you're right.
Yeah. You having all the money. People see you flashing money on the YouTube, and you know what I'm saying?
Bro, they been showing me love, man. They been showing me love. They been supporting me, man.
Yeah,
they been behind me 1,000, bro.
I think, well, last time, for whatever reason, you know, me and you had the interview, everything was good, and something happened with you and OG Percy.
Yeah, he disagreed.
What's your take on that?
I disagree with him. Again. I would like for him to show me one. Name me one. Just name me one. Name me any that we couldn't go whoop. Shit, that's a tough motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? Name me one. I don't believe, I believe he contradicted himself. Is that the word I'm looking for?
Okay.
When he said he disagreed, he said, but I love, shout out to Terrance Gangsta, man, because for the first time you said, before you said what you said, because I'm not one of them with selective hearing, act like I didn't hear it. He said, I respectfully disagree with OG Percy. Hello! For all you messy. That caught my ear before anything. So I knew I could play a little chess. That set up the board right there. So I respectfully take your challenge. You hear me? That's how I play this game, Mr. Terrance. As you notice, I won't, and really do what they say, Cause I'm gonna tell you, Mr. Terrance, I know some tough down there, but them ain't tough enough to be tough. I gotta say that again. I know some tough down there, but they ain't tough enough to be tough in a place like that. You in a place where niggas ain't gotta let you go home, tough. You in a place you go down there and niggas kick your tough. You go in a place like that and rape your bitch, it's tough. Yeah, that point, I seen that happen to all the tough. Oh, my bad, Mr. Terrance. Let me give you the last, hold on. Checkmate on the table. I learned from a long old school that's dead and gone right now. My daddy taught me a long time ago. He said, Percy, he said, all the tough dead. And I found out in life, nigga, he wasn't lying. So you show me a tough in prison. There ain't no tough nowhere. That tough with. I seen cowards kill real. Hello. I seen that can't even survive in the mother penitentiary, killing in the street that they thought was a tough. Y'all know some tough. Oh, my bad. Y'all know some that thought they was tough. Tough niggas. In prison, there's no such thing. He contradicted himself because he said, I respectfully disagree with Mr. OG Percy to disagree with him. That set the chessboard up, but then you turn around and checkmate it yourself. You ran into a hole on the board. You was weighed all over here playing on this side while I'm playing on this side. And I'm saying that to say this because when you said that, you said the same thing I say all the time. What you gonna do when 5 come to get you? Oh, so that means he not a tough. No, he not a tough. There ain't no such thing. Don't do that, man. Don't never give no man no power and nothing like that to say, because you don't know now. You don't know now. Attention. Let me tell you. Tales from a crib. Tales from a crib, man. Since, Don't think. Let me tell you something, Mr. Terrance. I know. I see one thing you keep stressing is the federal penitentiary. Well, we don't give a about the feds. We don't give a about the state. Let's just say lock up is lock up, man. Hello. Just say we doing time, man. Quit trying to put a month. You know, you always trying to separate. Well, I did fed time. I don't. I did slave time. State. Had it good, better in there. I had to go to the fields. Slave time. You talking about? We had it hard. Yeah, you did a little TDC time. You know what the going on. He talking about. But don't never distinguish feds from the state. Just say, nigga, we locked up. The fuck you talking about? Tales from a crib, tough guys.
Because I disagreed with what he said. I disagree with, respectfully, what the OG said, because there are tough guys in prison. Only problem is, if you one man, you're gonna get slaughtered in the feds. Because you could be tough, right? You could have a mean, you could be, say for instance, like, you got some of the best, you're a golden glove, you're a boxer.
Right.
You know how to do martial arts. What they call it, taekwondo.
Yeah.
You know, Daniel-san. But if you got 5 to 10 killers coming to you, what you gonna do? You one man, but you got, cause this is how my homies do. If it's a homie on the compound, that's a problem. Like, say it's like, we got a homie from Louisiana, he like to get high. He run up bills, he don't like to pay his bills. So now you're putting the whole car in jeopardy. So now, but if the homies know, even though he get high, he run up bills, they know he gonna sling that knife, or they know he can fight good, they gonna send at least 3 to 5, some of the toughest men, to go at him. Because they know they can't send 1 or 2, because he might slaughter them. So they're gonna send 3 to 5 of they toughest, so they can go in battle. And he just came for me, man. I ain't called for him, you know? Hello. But, yeah, it was all good, man. It was a nice sport. I seen that he had a lot of support. Some of the people was like, man, go ahead on, throw OG Percy the alley hoop, man. Get that OG Percy, da-da-da. And I looked at it, and I was like, you know what? He said some slick stuff, because a lot of stuff I wanted to go back and cover, you know, when he was talking about his accomplishments and things of that nature with real life street stars and stuff. And but I was like, you know what? I'm not gonna go too far with it. But I seen that the numbers went up with you, right? And that's how I do the numbers game. Once I see a person coming at me and I see their views, then I be like, okay, I know people wait for me to respond. So now when I respond, it's a check. See, I don't respond to everything. But when I see certain people that doing their thing, then I like to capitalize off that myself.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
But shout out to OG Percy though.
You played a little game of chess with
I just
Percy.
explained last night, bro, because I understand you don't watch my channel because I'm small. However, I did an interview.
You play Monopoly.
There you go. So you do be watching. Okay.
I do a little research.
Okay, okay. I like that. I'm gonna start saying that too.
Yeah,
but yeah, I play Monopoly. I don't play chess.
Right.
Yeah, I play Monopoly. It's a family game. I'm into the family thing now.
Right. Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. You don't. Chess is a thinking man's game.
Yeah, and women too.
You already.
Thinking man, and you can't forget the women too. You know what I'm saying? So you got to think on that board, and you got to be strategic. You got to know how they say make your next move your best move.
Right.
Whereas with Monopoly, you just rolling dice, you getting around the board, you buying up property, and if somebody land on your property, they got to pay you.
Well, here's my thing with OG Percy. You know, you two gentlemen are both OGs in the game in your own right. You know what I'm saying? You being from the boot, him being from the great state of Texas. And y'all both have a platform of influence to your own respective audiences. You know what I'm saying? He has more of the state pen, you federal pen. You know what I'm saying? Y'all been through similar things. And instead of seeing OGs get into it like the young is doing, you know what I'm saying? Why can't we come together? You know what I mean? Would you be open to sit down with OG Percy?
Well, let me correct you. First of all, I'm from the great state of Louisiana. Wow, let's get that straight. I'm from that boot. You hear me? Born and raised. Now, and shout out to Texas too. You know, y'all see the hat. But of course, I'm one of the few people on YouTube or what they call us now, journalists or YouTubers, what have you, that's been saying for the longest, let's help each other out because there's enough money for everybody. You know, because what I noticed that I look at certain comments that people that view your stuff come and view my stuff, come and view his stuff. So of course I sit down with the OG. I don't have a personal beef with no one out here. Whenever somebody come at me, if I see that it's worth it, then I'm gonna go back at them.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Because I'm monetized. I get paid. And I get paid to show up and show out. So yeah, I don't mind meeting up with the OG. He want to sit down and we could do what he do. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
He just better be on his A game when he sit, you know, in the front of me or on side of me, however he want to do it.
Right. No,
Yeah.
for sure. They heard it here first, y'all. Man, so Real Tune done officially squashed the beef between OG Percy, Terrance.
Well, you ain't
Gangsta
squashed it yet, because I need Popeye chicken. He already said I'm hungry, get him some chicken. So that's where we gonna squash. You gotta feed me, and I can sit down. Oh yeah, OG Percy, yeah, my bad. Yeah, you was ready, and we do that.
Yeah, and I apologize because I didn't think just you responding to that question or him responding to his question would turn into what it turned into, and then the blogs pick it up and they make it messy than what it was. It was never for that. What I asked was for educational purposes only, literally.
There's no need to apologize because you didn't do nothing wrong. Like I always tell people, all you do is ask the questions up to the person who you interviewing to answer. And I was like, if you notice, I say I respectfully disagree with the OG, and then, but
that's how he knew it was time to play a little game.
Right,
chess.
that's why he said game. But let's play some chess, Terrance. So, but my thing was, no, I left that in prison. You know, I played that in prison. So, I look at chess, checkers, all the same thing. You know, is at the end of the day, there's only one goal you're trying to accomplish, and that's winning. You know.
Right.
You know, with checkers, you move to get you the crown, get your hat to slide across the board. You know what I'm saying? Right. With chess, it's more strategic. You got more pieces to move around, but they board game. You know.
Right.
That's why I want to play Monopoly.
Right. Overstood.
Hey, Real Tone, it's some real money in the room.